episode, I guess. But, just to recap, I've gone through and talked about head magic, and that magic that is created in our mind, and where all magic is created is in our mind. And then the body magic, where we see the manifestation. But that can find us willy-nilly moving around between logic and emotions and those kind of things. And what happens is we need to find, or I guess what's necessary, is we need to find our true path, our true heart magic to really be satisfied, I guess, with the manifestations. And with that, I want to quote, paraphrase a passage from the Psalms. Psalms 37:4. And again, this is my paraphrase. Delight yourself in the divine, and the divine will give you the desires of your heart. And there is the key to finding your heart magic. The head magic can be influenced by outside influence. We've seen that. You create magic with your thoughts. So if there are thoughts of fear that are being received from outside, you'll create fear in your life. You'll create chaos. You'll create, I shouldn't say chaos, but you create lack in your life. And if your thoughts are being bombarded with positive thoughts, you can create abundance in your life. And so you're kind of at the whim of the outside influences with your head magic until you do the meditative practice, of course, of whose idea is that. And when you begin that meditative practice, then you move closer to the heart magic. Now, as we talk about the body magic or the gut magic, those are things that are those are reoccurring spells, I guess you should say, that are associated with wounding. And that wounding is not always physical. It can be a spiritual wounding, an emotional wounding, because those woundings do show up in areas in our body as well. So again, what we're moved by is an outside influence. And there is real magic in that. I told you, the cooking is magic. The blending is an alchemical situation. It's a physical kind of magic. You're actually mixing physical components together to create your desired results. And again, the head magic and the gut magic aren't, the brain magic, I guess I should say, and the gut magic aren't good or bad in themselves. But again, they can be misdirected. They can be subject to the whims of the pendulum swinging in emotion. We go from fire hot, angry to delighted and happy over here. And what heart magic does is help you find that center. Heart magic is expressed in the Zen. It is expressed in nirvana. It is expressed in finding that place, neti of it's expressed in the idea within chaos magic of releasing the results. It's a place of peace. And the way to come about that is to find the desires of your heart is to delight yourself in the divine. Now, we think we've been told from this Christian perspective that that's this God outside of us that's waiting around. My old friend David Baldwin used to call him the God of the 6 foot thumb. He's waiting to squishy from time to time for you doing bad. But what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the divine is that divinity that is expressed in the phrase namaste, that divinity that resides in you, that is desiring to come forth in full expression. So what happens as we begin to move through the brain magic and the gut magic, and we begin to leave off those things and begin to understand those things that don't apply to us, that aren't ours to hold and carry forth. Not that they're good or bad, they're just not ours. And we move closer to that place of our heart magic because we begin to recognize that expression of the divine within us. And as we begin to recognize that expression of the divine within us, we can more easily recognize the expression of the divine within others. And that, I believe, is the true desire of our heart, that we have been spiritually separated one from another in order to find ourselves and find our way back to one another. And that is the true magic of the heart, of uniting, of being, again, yeah, this is the drop in the ocean and the ocean in every drop. And that is the place of true heart magic, true peace. That is nirvana. That is heaven. That is the desire of our heart. That is homeostasis.